A man from Leeds has been found dead in his prison cell after flooding his cell, declining meals and refusing to share a room with other inmates. And the reason why he was refusing to share a room was because he was racist. So the article that I've been looking on today, people, when I've been looking for some news to bring you today from inside the prisons. As I mentioned in last night's live about the deaths inside the prisons at the moment, the murders, I was more so talking about, the murders are absolutely rife in prison at the moment. So the title of this article that I was reading, I mean, this death inside a prison was self-inflicted as far as I can see. But he's from Hare Hills. Well, that's where he was living. He's actually originally from Iran. And it says a Hare Hills rapist who could only share a cell with a prisoner of the same ethnicity was found dead hours after refusing his meals. He's been described as a loner. So Lorna Medai Gorbani was sentenced to 10 years in prison in 2017 after being convicted of raping an 18-year-old woman. He was released on license 5 years later in December the 13th, 2022, but was recalled to Armley Prison on January the 28th, 2023, after he failed to comply with the conditions of his license. He was prescribed medication for depression, anxiety, and epilepsy after staff recognized he was at risk of, I'm not going to say it, doing away with himself and self-harm. The reason why I'm not going to say the word to begin with S, because it flags up on here. So, Gorbani, previously of Elford Grove, Hare Hills, became a British citizen in 2017 after immigrating from Iran in 2006. And while in prison was racist to other prisoners, he had to be put in a cell with a prisoner who shared the same ethnicity, according to an Ombudsman report in September 2024. Now, this is beggars belief as to why somebody who would want to migrate to another country to come and live in Britain, in the UK, but yet he wants to go and do these despicable deeds to women. An 18-year-old girl has to endure this for the rest of her life. What this horrible piece of work has actually done to her. He got a 10-year sentence, and even inside a prison, he was racist. Now, I'm not sure what wings he was on or what has been going on those wings, but somebody from Iran who was in for rape and has been racist on the wing with the other lads, I don't think that would have went down very good. But it does go on to say that Gorbani asked to be moved to a wing for vulnerable prisoners and wanted to see the imam. After a mental health review in mid-February 2023, the prison found out he'd been taking weed. He agreed to attend a drugs and alcohol recovery group. Prison staff described this loner, who barely spoke to staff or other prisoners. He made no phone calls and received no visits. He demanded to be put in a cell by himself as he was not getting on with his cellmate. So obviously it said the prison staff described the rapist as a loner. There were a number of incidents where Gorbani damaged prison property. This included climbing on the safety net and smashing a television, flooding his cell and damaging his sink, disrupting the prison system. I've been on the wing before when lads do this, sometimes when they just want to get off the wing, and it does you nothing. When you're trying to get on with your time and you've got some freak or lunatic in the pad next door smashing up, flooding the place, causing absolute anarchy, and you're just trying to get your head down, get on with your time, and you've got a stress head smashing up, going on for hours, and you're just thinking, for fuck's sake, shut up. And this is what this horrible piece of work has been doing. It seems as though he's just totally against the system. He's against our values, our morals, doing this to our women, smashing the prisons up. He's racist. He doesn't like, obviously, he doesn't like British people or UK people. So why come here in the first place? Absolutely outrageous. It does go on to say an officer noted that the cell was untidy with a strong odour in the month before his death. After seeing the mental health team, he told them that he didn't have thoughts of doing away with himself or self-harm. He was well presented and calm during the meeting. The mental health nurse noted his behaviour had improved. He then received routine health checks. Still getting a duty of care after treating the staff like that. Treating the nurses and whoever else like crap, but yet still, they had a duty of care and they still looked after him. Gorbani refused 2 meals on May the 10th, 2023, hours before his death. An officer said it was not unusual for him to refuse meals, as he preferred to stay alone in his cell. The following day at 5:25 a.m., he was found dead in his cell, aged 44. The toxicologist analysis did not detect any illicit substances in Gorbani's blood. The coroner concluded that the support Gorbani received from the prison service was appropriate and the healthcare provided was equivalent to what he'd receive on the outside, or higher than what he would have received in Iran. I'll tell you that for a matter, because that's obviously the reason why he's come here. He's come here for a better life. But people that come here for a better, go to the UK for a better life should respect the values, respect the place. And this is one of those videos, these type of videos pop up regular. But there'll be people watching this now saying, well, you're far right, you're a racist, look at you big baldy tattooed thug. No, I'm telling something that is true facts. Something that is headline news on the app that I get. It won't be headline news in the mainstream media because they won't show things like this. You only get known or you only find out about things like this from channels like mine. And I'll be bringing you these type of subjects, these type of cases, whether it involves people from different religions, ethnicities, or anything. But like I've just said, some people will be jumping on the bandwagon and saying, you're a racist. I'm not racist. It's the fella that I'm talking about is racist. A horrible, horrible man who should, when he come to the UK, respected the place and lived amongst the people where people like that, people who do come over to the UK, who get on, don't cause any aggro. A lot of them do get on fine, but a lot of them are coming over like this, and they're in this country. I keep saying this country, I'm not even in the UK no more. I've immigrated, I'm living in Thailand. But I respect the Thai values, I respect the place, I respect the flag. That's what you do when you go to another country. You don't go to another country and start raping the women and smashing the prisons up and being an absolute idiot. But I thought I would just bring you that, people, because I know a lot of you will find it interesting. And like I say, I'm not scared to talk about these topics. A lot of people are. Because I've done videos previously. I've got hundreds, nearly 1,000 videos on this channel. And a couple of them, well, it's more than a couple, maybe it's a dozen, I've spoke about people from different backgrounds, different ethnicities. And as soon as you do that, you get the trolls in the comments saying you're racist, you're a big thug, blah, blah, blah. Absolute bollocks. But I'll bring you the best of the best on this channel, people. And again, thank you for watching. And if you are enjoying the content, remember to comment, like, and subscribe. Take care and enjoy the rest of your day. But most importantly, stay safe.